Oh, I was waiting for this one. This comes sometime after that I shot the B.O.B. video, but man, the CIA, the FBI, all these shadow organizations or whatever you want to say have had their hands in the music industry. Like, no. Let's cut me off right there. They've had their hands and been pulling strings in the entertainment industry for a very, very long time. And it's even in the gaming industry. There was this beautiful video I've seen by a creator a long time ago where he talked about they literally hired psychologists to figure out the way they could have people basically be stuck in games, and some whole thing about like some little psychological manipulation with this reward, log in every day. The microtransactions and everything was engineered from the start. Very crazy stuff. We're going to get into that in a future video. But this is why I tell you guys to be very careful what you listen to in songs. I don't care. I'm not trying to force anyone to change what they listen to, but you can find a correlation between the thoughts that run through your head every day and the music that you listen to most of the time. So just be careful, because remember, there's no vain energy and no vain words. The music you listen to is very powerful. If you can't separate yourself from entertainment, you become one with whatever you're listening to. Remember, it's frequency. Your brain is a receiver. It's science. Hey, don't argue with me. Argue the science. Anyways, welcome back for tapping into another video. Let's get this started. Shout out to the creators posts I'm going to be showing in this video. And we're going to be talking about music today in a couple of the videos. So yeah. Remember to be your authentic self. Remember to love yourself, and let's go.
Leaked CIA documents say Sexy Red has been an informant with them since 2018, but here's how the CIA has been doing this for centuries. So this first became viral on X, but this isn't news. People have thought this about Red for years, pretty much since she became relevant. But the documents explain that she goes under the codename Agent Bow Bow, and her goal is to be highly destabilizing and culturally critical. But if Red's agent name is true, she literally has a song named Bow Bow Bow. Now this doesn't make her guilty, but as humans, it's sometimes so easy to see what's going on, we don't believe it. Regardless if you think it's crazy Sexy Red could be a CIA agent, Cat Williams said something really interesting about the underworld of rap music.
All of the rappers that you know that never been to jail and never gotten any trouble with the law, but they talk as if their life is opposite of that. Like, those are federal informants.
Now, Sexy Red got arrested in 2024 after an airport brawl, but I wouldn't count it as trouble in the way Cat Williams is talking about it. The relationship the CIA and rap music have goes back decades, shifting the focus of the genre from unity to violence. Where the CIA is best at using culture as propaganda, overseeing approximately 2,000 films since 1910, even backing artists like Duke Ellington and Jackson Pollock back in the day to promote America's creative thinking to the rest of the world. Therefore, it's hard to know the truth about Sexy Red, and I'm not picking a side, but if she has worked with the CIA, it's not that crazy, because the agency has been backing creatives for centuries, and Sexy Red would just be another name on that list.
I told you guys, be very careful what you listen to. Now, I've seen people say in the past that music made in like the 70s, 80s, and 90s was better, but maybe it's more thin in the collection of music that came out in the past. But you can still find artists that were saying some wild stuff just in a whole older generation sort of way. Like, well, saddle me up, Sally, and ride my stomach, PG, B&P. You can find some music that's like that in the past. But no, definitely for the videos that I have coming in the future, I just want to be very, very clear. Rap and the artistry of rap or whatever or hip hop was rooted around putting a lot of knowledge within lyrics, using mnemonic devices and a bunch of stuff. I just want to shout out to Ohm Has Meaning, because he's going to be one of the videos I cover here, where it's just that's what music was about. I even seen a clip of Jordan Peterson saying this a long time ago about rappers, and why rappers are favored and stuff is because they're very articulated, and just there is so much artistry and science that goes into hip hop and music anyways. And even when there's deeper conscious knowledge that they drop within songs, that's what it was originally based off of. But when the CIA got their hands in it, they tainted it. They threw the whole message out of the window of unity, love, knowledge. Like KRS-One. KRS-One is who I listen to a lot with a lot of his music. Love his music. His KRS I think stands for knowledge reigns supreme and other things. But this whole, if you listen to his music, man, he will remind you that you are a god. He will remind you that you are universal energy. He will remind you that your mind is worth way more than, you know, just what this world will make you be like, feel, you know, this manipulated realm, right? But here's the thing. Aside from that, because I don't want to get too deep with that sort of stuff, that's what hip hop, even from when my stepdad would show me some of these older guys, I mean, I tapped in the Guru Gangstar, even he was dropping knowledge. And that's what I mean. There was a certain amount of love and integrity to the craft. It wasn't all this gangster, crazy, wild stuff from what I've seen, apparently, you know, and it's wild. I'm literally stuttering over my words because I don't know what to say. And I know there's always going to be that individual that pulls up a select part of music where, you know, oh, of course, this existed before blah, XYZ. And it's like, yes. But then when you pull up these documents, and also these documents get released that the music industry definitely has plants and the CIA has their hands in the entertainment industry, it's a thing you can't ignore, because how many people are just engineered? And then another thing too is people who bite off of the culture. So just like the hip hop and everything, not just the blackness. You know how some people want to say the blackness, the style and all that. It's like, but they also grab at that sort of the culture, that subsection, that part of it, which is kind of like a big part, and they promote it. They exaggerate it with the killing, the, you know, all this, the struggle, when it's like, yes, the struggle and all that is part of what people grow through. You know, a lot of artists do that. A lot of artists create from their place of where they had tremendous amount of pains. They use their skeletons in the closet. But the thing is the CIA, or even let's just say the music industry that employs these plants, never went through these struggles a day in their life. Half of them are college and university grown. Like, you will find them you'll find pictures of some of these artists in literal fraternities, or literal have jackets. Like, you guys have to understand what is at play. It is a much bigger game to control your mind. And I'm jumping all over the place because I notice it a lot more in the gaming industry than I do in music, so I can't really say it, but I definitely know all the programming that's been in music because I've had a lot of ties to, I got to talk to a lot of artists. Like, I have ties to artists that are coming up, or bigger artists that tell me this stuff and know of the industry, and even individuals in my own personal life who also have ties to the industry and know the game and have seen the game and how it's happened over years. And it's just crazy to me because it really is like all a part of this spiritual warfare. But you guys have to understand, the music you are listening to, 9 times out of 10, it is going to be engineered if it looks a certain way, if it's promoting a certain agenda. Sometimes it's sneakier than some, but it doesn't also have to be with black people. It's also engineered on the other side of things. But that's a topic for a completely another video. But man, it's gotten so wild nowadays with all of this stuff with music. It just seems like music got worse. It's just, I don't know, it blows my mind. And I'm at a loss for words. Like, I really don't even know what to say about these things. It's like when documents come out that these people are, you know, working with certain groups, or they're signed by certain groups, and certain groups has certain ties to certain groups over here that have ties that date back to some shadow organization. Just, it's like fill in the blank nowadays with all of this stuff. But it shouldn't surprise you. It really shouldn't surprise you. You know, it really shouldn't surprise you. I have a very funny video coming up about the CIA psyops that they employ on people and that are working. And that is just funny to me. It's like a dude doing a little comedy video on it. But seriously, guys, stay up, pay attention to the music you listen to, and really just critically think. You know, that's all I can really say to you is, you know, sometimes to the point I could get the perspective of, even if somebody is a government plant or whatever in the industry, whatever they're doing to try to take the love out of music, ruin generations of people, think this is the way that you're supposed to act, mind control, whatever. And, oh, this is the norm. Let's have YNs, all this type of shit. It's like, if you're somebody that's still enjoying the music and can separate themselves from that stuff, I mean, hey, I feel like do you do whatever you want. I'm just saying, bring this awareness to more people that this is something that goes on and that's been going on for years and is getting even worse nowadays, where it's just like, this is all the music now. And oh man, the music is just so dumbed down. Like, it's almost an insult on everybody's intelligence. You know what I'm saying? It's just, yeah, I don't know. I just can't. But I had to cover this because I thought it was an interesting topic, and I've known this for a while, that certain industry people are put in front of us or just pop up out of nowhere are industry plants. You know what's so funny? There was a couple artists that popped up out of nowhere with some hit songs that I said, yo, I low-key feel like this person is an industry plant. And then all of a sudden I see a video come out of like a high up there famous person end up saying, yo, like, this person is very obviously an industry plant. Not coming off of any jealousy, any weird stuff. It's just like, you can tell that they have a machine behind them when they pop out, and then all of a sudden it's like they have hit fans. And then even the place that they're from or they're repping from says that, like, the people from that place are like, yo, we don't even know this person. Like to be completely honest and fair, we've never heard of this person's name being locally shared. Like, this is like low key fabricated. Like, pay attention. And, you know, and I bet this is about to get even worse with the introduction of AI and AI artists. Everything being engineered nowadays. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? So anyways, again, do what you will. Do what thou wilt with this information. But I'm just saying, yeah, a lot of these people are definitely put into the music industry and into the culture to definitely exaggerate I feel like the pain and the struggle part of it, but they're profiting off of that by dumbing down a generation, making you think that that's all that just comes out of this subsection of everything. I don't know. And this is why I said, it's just to dumb down, keep asleep, keep you thinking this is the norm for the people who fall for this sort of music and also get lulled by it, because there's frequencies within this music. But we're going to get into that soon. And it loops them in. It loops them in. So, yeah, man. Anyways, videos that I have coming in the future are going to further this point. But this is only the beginning right now. So I wanted to ease y'all in before I start, going crazy. But too late. We're at that point. Much love and Moonlight.
Bit by bit, creative imagination began to build a new art form. Makes me feel I belong to something.